Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is February the 16th. 2021. So futuristic, strong hand, long-term thinking. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. Have a backbone. Oh, we're going to talk about that. Be a unique beast. 1 second closer to an all-time high. Fitting in is overrated. Strong hand, buy and hold. This game is not rigged. I am offended by selling. I've been offended by selling for years and years, and if you've been offended by selling, it's paying off quite nicely right now. All right, 5-digit realm, of course. So, hello, my elite friends. How are you doing? If you have questions, I have answers. You can type in BitcoinMeister, do a super chat. That really gets my attention, doesn't it? All right. So it was $50,000 it hit today. I was asleep when it happened. That's how used to this I am now. That's how baked into the cake this is for me, okay? Of course I knew it was going to get to 50,000. Now it's below there, but Bitcoin always returns to its all-time high. Remember, we're one day closer to a $1 trillion market cap. All right? That's a big one right there. All right, that'll be in the 50s, higher. So that'll be a day to celebrate. But let's celebrate. This game is not rigged. All right, this is a great game. And 21 Bitcoin make you a millionaire right this second. Now, earlier in the day, it was less than 20 for a few seconds there. And with that in mind, I am getting, I've gotten similar emails to this or DMs to this. I want to share this. Adam, how are you? I saw you in Perth 4 years ago. That's Australia. I listened to you. Last week, I became a millionaire. Thanks, mate. Keep up the good work. And you know that's a great one. Pound that like button. If you've actually been listening to me and paying attention all these years, you probably should be a millionaire now. I mean, at least earlier in the day when it hit 50,000, I mean, Craig Schiff likes to talk about how I said you should get 21 Bitcoin. I mean, people point to other videos where I said to get 10 Bitcoin. Okay, maybe if you only got 10 back then when it was $400 or $500, you're not a mill. You know, you're doing pretty well. But check out the archives, disruptmeister.com, and you can see that if you did what if you listened to what I was saying, if you stuck with Bitcoin, you didn't panic sell, you didn't try to play games, you're well off now. So I made Bitcoin millionaires, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. And today's a day where we can think about, I mean, I'm not going to go too spastic over 50K. I mean, it's a great round number and everything, but I'm looking at the bigger picture here. And just a shout out to all you guys who remain silent or sometimes contact me. I know you're out there, dudes, and I'm proud of you guys too. And you should be proud of yourselves and that you had strong hands and you just didn't get into all this ridiculous noise and distractions over the years. Okay, and with that in mind, speaking of noise, TikTok has so much noise on it. And the guys at CoinBeast, they're going to actually be on the show next Wednesday. But I'm their TikTok guy, and we're trying to get some of these people that are like distracted by Dogecoin on the Bitcoin. And I got a video out there, 15 seconds, and I'm doing new videos there every day. If you need to see my face every day, go to the TikTok. It's linked to below, okay? But my latest one is going viral. It's like, it's going crazy. And all it is it's a screenshot, and it's already been tweeted out on Twitter, the video itself, but I'm going to tweet out this screenshot tomorrow. I am TechBalt on Twitter. And again, this YouTube thing is so annoying in so many ways. So diversify your social media. Twitter can be better. I like doing Twitter more than I do YouTube now, to say the least. But on Twitter, you'll be able to see a screenshot from 2015 of me at Coinbase. Oh, he bought at Coinbase. Yeah, I bought a Bitcoin for $210 at Coinbase in 2015, okay? And you can look at it, and you can admire it, and you can say whatever you want to say about it, but to know that it was worth $50,000 earlier today, okay? All right, so I paid $210 for it, and it was worth $50,000 earlier today. So that's making the rounds on TikTok right now. It's a very, very nice 15-second video. It won't take up much of your time. And just if you did that a few times, you're in really good shape. I mean, if you even did it once, I mean, that's cool. I mean, you got to understand, when I was buying houses in Baltimore and doing the buy a block project and everything, both houses that I owned, I paid less than what Bitcoin is worth right now. Okay, so one Bitcoin is worth more than I paid for one of my house, both of my houses, not combined, but the house I lived on Linden Avenue I paid less than what a Bitcoin is now. I mean, it's just an unbelievable time we're living in. By the way, this week of Bitcoin was great. Corey Clipston, Mauricio, and Steve Barber were on. Oh yeah, and you guys, this Clubhouse thing. Corey Clipston suggested that I get on the Clubhouse. A lot of you guys have suggested that I go on the Clubhouse. And if I'm going to do it, I put it on my phone that I got for free because I don't pay for phones. Pound that like button. My iPhone that the guys at Coinbase got me, and it's been doing. Hey, value for value. They gave me the phone. I did them the videos. They gave me the Bitcoin, and they're getting popular over there. So it's great. But if I do this, I'm interested in the Clubhouse because I can do an uncensored there. Okay, I can do like a rated R, not family friendly over there. It erases right away afterwards. So and I can talk about the current events that sometimes we can't talk about on YouTube because YouTube is just random rules all over the place and everything like that. And I have all these ideas for a Beyond Bitcoin show written down. I just haven't had time to do a Beyond Bitcoin show lately. So I mean, maybe we could have an arranged time where we do this new Clubhouse thing, and you guys can talk to me and ask me questions, and I can curse. I don't know if I'll curse, but I'll get hardcore. I'll definitely get hardcore because it seems like, and I do enjoy. Some of these desperate reporters are like crying that they're trying to spy on people's clubhouses. I mean, we are living in such a tattletale world right now, and Glenn Greenwald actually had a good story about it. But even on TikTok, I see it. There's just a lot of people that are tattletales, and someone actually reported one of my TikToks that just because I said something bad about Dogecoin, they said it was like illegal or something. So I mean, it's such a pathetic society. So many people just have pathetic tattletale mindsets right now, and I'm glad that this new app Clubhouse kind of beats these tattletales a little bit. They have to really work hard to like spy on these people and see what they're saying, and then they would have to record it with like an old fashioned recorder, a tape recorder. All right, Christoph Alex said, any more BTC forks for the golden holders? There will be eventually. I'm going to talk about some FUD, some crypto-dividend FUD. Clearly, an article that is it's an article that said what will happen to Bitcoin once there are 21 million Bitcoin mined. Again, that's in the year 2130 or 2140. But it's all to make people worry about something they shouldn't worry about. Like, ooh, the new Bitcoins are going to run out one day. Thus, it makes it legitimate in the present that we need a fork so that there are more Bitcoins, okay? So whenever you see a story like that, well, who knows why they're writing the story, but they get quotes from dudes who clearly want, they want a fork like that. And I mentioned it before. So I see these articles, which I find kind of boring. Like, what will happen to Bitcoin? I mean, we've discussed this so many times. But the take I get on it is, these annoying people who want to worry about something in 2140, they're going to give us a free crypto dividend one day. Okay, but they're going to try to. It's going to be an unfriendly fork. They're going to try to scare people about, oh, Bitcoin's going to fall apart in 2140 or 2130. All right, and Roman Q said, destigmatize buying the all-time high. Well, I will destigmatize because dudes, every all-time high, we returned. People felt horrible. Oh, I spent $19,600 on a Bitcoin in 2017, in December 2017. Well, that's a great deal now. Every all-time high, let's forget this the last 24 hours, but there were people. There were these impulsive people complaining on Twitter. I think I don't know. It was in the comments section. And Bitcoin had gotten up to almost 40 at the beginning of December, like the first weekend in first weekend in January of this year. It got to close to 40,000, and the guy paid 38 for it, and then it crashed down to 31, and the guy was feeling horrible. I paid 38,000 for a Bitcoin. I'm an idiot. What should I do? And now look, I mean, yeah, you bought at the top, the quote unquote top, dudes. It's going to get to the 6-digit realm one day because Bitcoin is beyond a freaking company. Apple is worth 2.1 trillion. Okay, as a company, Bitcoin is beyond the company. Okay, Bitcoin is a paradigm shift. Bitcoin is beyond a currency. So yeah, so you feel bad that maybe you bought it at 50,000 today. Just have a strong hand. Get into the 4-year cycle. Okay, 4-year, 210,000 block cycle. Learn about the halving. And Lance, I looked into this. He says the social media platform that starts with the P is back, and it's supposed to be back. I was like refreshing the page. I mean, I'll refresh mine right now. I couldn't get it to refresh. I can't wait till it's really back. Okay. I mean, it's still saying I can't find my BitcoinMeister over there at par something. We can't say the whole name here. So I know it's supposed to be back. They're working on getting it back. I love that you don't have to worry about getting kicked off of there. So I had been posting there all the time before they shut it down. And right before they shut it down, when everybody was worried about what Twitter, the silencing that was going on at Twitter, my followers doubled over there. So many people were going to the social media that starts with a par. And then, of course, Amazon kicked them up. But so they have great momentum. If they really get back live, it is going to be awesome. And maybe for some people it's live right now. All right. And I got a friend of mine from Baltimore telling me about Clubhouse also, but I think it was for a Bitcoin reason. All right. And 123 Nosco said, you didn't make me a millionaire yet, but I'm halfway there, and I'm only 23. Dude, that's a lot better than I was doing when I was 23. Pound that like button. You put me in a position none of my friends are in. No doubt about that. And after what I've seen of 23-year-olds on TikTok, you're doing really well. And I'm debt-free. And also, I'm never selling. 2032. Yeah, good job, 123 Notoscope. Pound that like button. Everybody play this at 2x. I mean, there's so many topics. I know some of you might be bored at the original topics. If you're watching this live, okay, you're going to have to deal with all my little topics here, but it's great. And here, Christoph Alex, you ask a question that is somewhat annoying, but you're trying to be nice, and people have asked me this many, many times. Where is Trace, man? Now, dude, why should I know where he is? I've met him twice in person. I met him in Vegas. I met him in Denver. I've had him on the show a few times. I mean, I'm not my brother's keeper, and he's not my brother. Dudes, you're putting the guy on a pedestal. It doesn't matter. He could be a billionaire at this point. Maybe you should instead of worrying about where he is, you should think about how did he get to be a billionaire. Okay. And the worship of Trace Mayer is pathetic from some people. Now, I don't know if you're worshiping him or anything like that, but one person does not make a big, if he never comes back, is that going to who cares if he never comes back, if he never appears again? That Bitcoin it doesn't matter. It doesn't, I mean, why are people concerned about it? And it's a question I've gotten now, I mean, for quite a few months now, at least because he disappeared. Last time we saw him was in Vegas on my show, which was a great event at Tone's event. I hope he has it in Miami this year. But I mean, it's an annoying question at this point. I get asked it a lot, so I'm telling you the truth, dude. It's an annoying question, and just move on. I don't know where he is, and I didn't really know much. I know that he's probably a billionaire. How about that? All right, all right. Moving on. Let's get back to the. We'll talk about pedestaling people more and more. So SM, the guy who used to be on YouTube, the philosopher, Stefan, his first name is, I can't say his last name, but it's SM or his initials. For quite some time, before he got kicked off of YouTube, I'm like, the dude should do Bitcoin shows again. Well, he's over on BitChute, and because people are so mindless algorithm servants, they don't go to BitChute to follow him. So he doesn't have as many people watching his shows on BitChute as he did on YouTube, which he's very frustrated about. And I don't think he should be. No, it's just people are algorithm servants. They're not as smart as him. People are just so stuck in these algorithms, they can't leave YouTube to go to BitChute. Now I go to BitChute every single day. Okay, I go to whether I'm trying to upload my stuff there or watching people's stuff. So I go to Mully's to BitChute page, and sure enough, he is talking a lot about Bitcoin now. Because that's his gimmick. He is talking Bitcoin. It's something that I had suggested he do. I mean, he had talked about it a long time ago, but it would have been interesting if he would have done it more on YouTube before he got kicked off. But what he's doing over there also, which I do not agree with, but it's his channel. He's talking Bitcoin, but he's giving legitimacy to these altcoins too. He's having people talk about Litecoin, and I think he gets it, but he wants he wants to talk about the altcoins also, so he gets more people to watch it, and just more opinions, I guess. I don't know. He's talking Bcash, but I'm glad that he's caught on that there's definitely an interest in Bitcoin among people who used to watch him and still watch him. Now the ETF, what is this? The NYDIG files for a US-based Bitcoin ETF with Morgan Stanley on board. Okay, so Morgan Stanley's got. Will this be able to push it over the edge? Are we going to finally get a Bitcoin ETF with such a big name like Morgan Stanley somehow being in bed with these guys? I don't know, dudes. It's not. It's, to me, I will believe it when I see it. I know I will see it, though, okay? I know I will see a Bitcoin ETF. We've been talking about it since 2017. And for me, it's kind of noisy at this point. Like, I know the people, it's legitimate. This is legitimate. They did a legitimate filing for it. But every time it gets shot down, I mean, I know they did one in Canada. So it's good news that there's another attempt out there. I wish them luck. I really can't say much more than that because I've seen it shot down so many times. But I know that it is going to happen. And that it happens means that all these traditional financial people will pour into quote unquote Bitcoin, okay? Even though it's not really Bitcoin. And it just makes me feel better that I actually own the real thing and have beaten all these billionaires to the punch or multimillionaires to the punch who need to financialize every single freaking thing they touch, okay? And that's their right to do so, okay? It's not the Bitcoin Messiah. It'll be good for Bitcoin. But if you're waiting on that, don't hold your breath. You should get in right now. Now, here's a good quote about misinformation as used in popular journalism simply means unregulated speech now. Nothing else. It's newspeak, pure and simple. That is from Walter Krin. That is so awesome. That is. When you hear these mainstream media people talk about misinformation, okay, today, it just means unregulated speech. It just means something that hurt their feelings. Oh, wait, you can't say that. That's not regulated. They want speech to be regulated. I mean, journalists want speech to be regulated. What a backward freaking world it's become over there in the mainstream media. And if you want me to be pumped about Bitcoin, and you want me to say some wrestling term from like the 1990s, oh, what a rush. Pound that like button. You know who did that. Who was that? That was the Road Warriors. Okay, that's a good flashback. I saw that the other day on YouTube. Yes, I wasted time watching some wrestling thing from the 90s. Shouldn't have done that, but sometimes you got to entertain yourself a little bit. All right, now, they had cool outfits. What a rush. And they're both deceased now. Don't take those type of supplements. How about that, guys? And they're both deceased. Yeah, sadly, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Live a healthy lifestyle. Those guys, Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal, didn't live a healthy lifestyle. And all right, CNN got speaking about newspeak and insanity. CNN. No, I was. Someone said I was a big fan of the Bushwhackers. I was not. No, I did not. No, I did not like the book. They had a good name, the Bushwhackers. They were a complete parody on Australians. It was pretty embarrassing. Very mindless gimmick there by Vince McMahon on the Bushwhackers. The Undertaker gimmick was better. All right. The walk they did. Yeah, that was. I mean, it entertained 8-year-old kids or whatever. I don't know. But their name was Ted DiBiase was the best gimmick, says Legendary 99. Pound that like button. I should end the show right now. Ted DiBiase was the best gimmick. And, everybody knows that I named my Trezor Ted DiBiase. And I named it Ted DiBiase. I didn't name my Trezor Ted DiBiase this year. It was quite some time ago. Draw your own conclusions. All right. Mr. Perfect was also a great gimmick. He is deceased. Again, you got, and he died a young man. He was pretty young. I don't know if he made it to 40, Mr. Perfect. I know he might have. Rick Rude didn't make it to 40. I think he died at 39. Again, live healthy, dudes. They looked healthy, but they got into drugs and just bad stuff. Okay, but moving on. And hey, beyond Bitcoin's type of stuff, everybody knows I love to live the healthy lifestyle. I'll be running Miami. It has been for the last less than 24 hours. Thunderstorms galore that are preventing me from running. I can't wait to go running in the humidity today. Love it. I did on Sunday. I did my interval training with my sprints. Go to the archives if you want to find out more. But CNN is just it's late to the game. I mean, they tweeted out, here we go, and I linked to it below. If you've been ignoring Bitcoin, thinking it might just be a financial fad, now's the time to start paying attention. Here's what you need to know. They're telling people this in February of 2021. What have they been talking about for the last 5 years? Anyway, I mean, what? While we were getting rich, while we were talking about Ted DiBiase, naming our Trezors Ted DiBiase, what were they talking about? Who were they putting on a pedestal? I mean, CNN over and over and over again. So yeah, they're late to the game on this, and their followers are, they've been into politics. So sad. I'm glad. This is where the big boys play. Bitcoin has the number 7 market cap on Earth if it was a company. Apple is still number 1. That's at asset-com. Ethereum got up to number 43. If Ethereum were a company, it would be the 43rd most valuable company on Earth. That's interesting. Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. Ethereum is the next Ethereum, but of course, only Bitcoin, dudes. Pound that like button. Bitstein, what's he got here? MicroStrategy pursues 2 corporate strategies in the operation of its business. One strategy is to grow our enterprise. Oh, he's quoting MicroStrategy here. One strategy is to grow our enterprise analytics software business. Boring. And the other strategy is to acquire and hold Bitcoin. Dude, they're straight up admitting that. I mean, they used to be an enterprise analytics software business, okay? And now they're also, we just acquired and hold Bitcoin. That's a business strategy, and it's a legit one. And apparently he announced again that he's buying more Sailor. Good. I mean, for me, of course I know he's buying more. So some people say that's why I went over 50,000 today. I don't care why I went over 50. He's going to keep on making these announcements over and over again. What you should care about, though, in terms of announcements, because it was just it was, you get original ideas here, okay? Back in August, when I didn't even know Michael Saylor's name, and MicroStrategy said they were buying Bitcoin for their treasury, I said it was the biggest Bitcoin news of 2020. And that was in August. And I'm going to make a clip out of that video. I was so right on that. I was so right. I'm so proud of that. That's one of my proudest Bitcoin moments of 2020. When I just I knew we'd gotten to a new level of corporate treasuries owning this stuff. I knew it was such a turning point. And what was Bitcoin was worth like $10,000 then, or maybe less. It was all these people were trying to fund me. Why 4-digit realm? It's going to be the 4-digit realm. And when that happened, man, I was on fire during that show. So I'm very proud of that one. What was that, August 10th or something like that? But yeah, of course, it's a Bitcoin holding company now too. Good. Bitcoin holding is a legit. Hey, man, I've been talking about the Bitcoin holding strategy as a regular guy's strategy for a while. The corporations, it took them 6 years to catch on. All right, so Gemini is helping short Bitcoin. I don't like that. They're on the verge of becoming a Bitcoin bank. That's their prerogative. And here they've got something called, they send me an email here. And what they're talking about here, for all you Trezor and Ledger guys, and you control your own private key, you are elite because of gimmicks like this. Gemini Earn is a new way to earn interest on your crypto assets. You can receive up to 7.4% APY, including 3.05% APY on Bitcoin by transferring your crypto to Gemini Earn. Oh, God. And most people will do this. They're not going to, dudes. If you don't get into it. I mean, is Gemini going to be taken down? Are they going to lose your Bitcoin? Most likely not. But if the government goes to Gemini and say this person's a bad person now, they'll take your Bitcoin. And will it be worth the 3.05% that you could have gotten just by controlling your own private key and getting your crypto dividends and turning them into Bitcoin? No, it won't be worth that when the government comes to says that you're a thought criminal, and the Winklevis say, yeah, we got to do what the government said. All right, but again, this is a bigger trend, guys. And if they want to have Bitcoin banks, let them have Bitcoin banks. If you want to put your Bitcoin in a bank, I don't know what to say, dudes. I will just review what I just said. Now, what's this? Oh, yeah, here is what I talked about, the Decrypt article that was talking about what will happen to Bitcoin after all 21 million are mined. Another possibility on the cards is that the reward mechanism for Bitcoin could change sometime before the final block is mined. I.e., we're going to make more than 21 Bitcoin. Luca Boskin, CMO of crypto trading platform News Crypto, argued that as the number of Bitcoin produced through mining decreases, Bitcoin will undergo significant changes to its protocol that could eventually include a switch to a more environmentally friendly consensus mechanism. So he gets another shot in there too. There are going to be people doing that environmental. It's such nonsense. But there will be an environmental fork also. But there will also be a fork that will involve, maybe it'll be a combination of environmentally friendly. We're gonna help all the poor people out there. It's going to be safer for them to live on the planet because of Bitcoin, and we're making more Bitcoin. We're getting it. It's going to be happyflation Bitcoin coin. Okay, you could do that. Fork off. It won't be the real Bitcoin. We've seen this before. Blah 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 blah. Okay, Senator Loomis. Now Caitlin Long loves Senator Loomis, but she's from Wyoming. She says Senator Loomis is now in the Senate Banking Committee, which I believe isn't Bernie Sanders in charge of that one? Bernie Sanders is in charge of no, he's not in charge of the Banking Committee. But okay, she's on the Senate Banking Committee. You guys, a Bitcoiner is on Senate banking. This is huge. Fingers had been crossed for this. It means a whole lot of good stuff. Okay, it's not a bad thing. Cynthia Lummis is good for Bitcoin. I try not to get into the political stuff, but hey, if you're going to have somebody on the banking committee, let it be her. And here's a reminder. this Thursday, I will be on UK BitcoinMeister's show at 1 p.m. Baltimore time. 1 p.m. Baltimore time, I will be on UK BitcoinMeister's show on Thursday. And I'll eventually post it on here. Eventually, it'll be the repeat will be on here. But we got to get, by the way, look, Coin Beast. All right, nice shirt I got on, but you got to watch it live. Thursday, you can watch it live, and you can watch it repeated, and then eventually on Brian, subscribe to Brian's freaking UK Bitcoin Master channel, dudes. All right, and 123 No Scope said, yeah, unfortunately, Bernie Sanders is in charge of the budget committee, which makes him want to buy more Bitcoin. Yes, that's a good way of looking at it. God, how many committees there? Budget committee, banking committee. They got to interfere in so many aspects of the free market. It is a disgrace. That's why I like being in the Bitcoin overlay. They can't mess with that. All right. What else? I'm just covering every single extra thing I got on here. Trying to delay. I don't want to run in a freaking Florida thunderstorm. It's cool to have you forget it's winter. When it's 80 and there's thunderstorms, you totally forget it's winter. This is the best freaking state to be in right now. Best freaking state, and we're going to get into why very soon here. All right, and we talked about here. There's a guy named @ANCAP _Bitcoiner on. He calls himself Anarcho-Capitalist Dad. He follows me. And I just want to give him a shout out because I thought his description was hilarious. My pronouns are Bitcoin/BTC. If you guys see what these woke people are doing when they have to give their preferred pronouns, you'll get that joke. What a world. All right. Pete Rizzo said 1/1,000,000th of the Bitcoin supply is now worth $1 million. So yes, 1/1,000,000th of the Bitcoin supply is 21 million, is 21. 21 Bitcoin is 1/1,000,000th of the Bitcoin supply. And when he tweeted this out, 21 Bitcoin was worth $1 million. Very interesting way to look at it. I want to talk about Peter Schiff and combine it with Peter Schiff. Everyone loves to say Peter Schiff was right in 2008 about the housing market, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, there was a housing bubble, indeed. Okay. There was a housing bubble. People were paying all sorts of money, and they were flipping. Most of the housing bubble involved, getting loans that people should never have gotten. They were just, the debt was insane. People were making crazy mistakes. Now, I will say this though. Let's talk about assets. So Peter Schiff was saying, gold is great. People should get into gold. He was saying this in 2008 and 9. Oh, there's Miami condos. That was horrible. There's a glut of Miami condos now. So let's fast forward. Let's fast forward to now. Now, if you weren't actually playing games and flipping and going into horrifying debt, if you actually bought a Miami condo in 2008, what would you rather have right now? A condo in Miami where we are free, where you don't have to worry about draconian restrictions like in New York City, gold, which you can't drag it. You can't move around your gold, dollars, or Bitcoin. Now, I think, honestly, second best is having a Miami condo. So, he was right about people playing a lot of crazy financial games then. But had you bought gold then, instead of hanging on to your Miami condo, you'd be in better shape now if you would have held on to your Miami condo. Having a Miami condo now is pretty freaking awesome. All right. It is the good life down here, dudes. So it's an interesting take. People just love, his fans just love Peter Schiff was right. And he was right to call the housing crash, no doubt about it. But it's not a bad I'd rather have Miami condo than a Miami condo that I bought in the first decade of this year than have gold. Interesting way, but Bitcoin clearly was the best. But that option was not available until January of 2009, and it really wasn't available. Most people did not know about it then. Okay, now Ben Shapiro, he keeps on talking about how great Florida is because he lives in Florida now. And there's just a lack of fear here. I mean, there's some people that are clear that are scared, and people can be scared, but just the vibe of the young people when you're walking around on a Saturday and they're all out at the cafes and stuff, it's normal again, okay? And I know Ben Shapiro, he doesn't want to get people too excited about he wants to take that the illness seriously. He wants people to take the illness seriously. Okay, he wants people to take the illness seriously, but I would love to see him just being more hardcore like me about it. Just be like, dudes, move to Florida. Because if you go to like social media, they've been really ramping this up now. The mainstream people with their narrative, they keep it like they make out Florida to be this place. If you go there, you'll pass away immediately on the streets. I am here. It is awesome. I have traveled around the last year. I've been numerous places: Los Angeles, Baltimore, Arizona, Utah, North Carolina. Okay, I've been numerous. This is the best by far. Okay, I mean, Baltimore and Los Angeles are sad. They're sad places. So all these people are talking fear. I don't know this narrative. They can't give up on their narrative. That they are wrong about. The narrative is wrong. People, you don't have to hide. Live your lives, people. And I give the governor credit here. He is not backing down. So Shapiro isn't backing down either, but he should go more. I would love to see him go more hardcore Meister about it. Okay, just dudes, there's nothing to fear, dudes. Live your life. I am loving Miami. I'm just loving it. I'm loving it. And just don't let the something that I was talking about tattletale culture before. Backbone. Have a backbone. I meant to say that in the opening line. Did I say it? Yeah, I think I said it. It's hard for people to have a backbone now because they're the woke culture that dominates this, especially social media. It's intimidate. It's there to intimidate. They love to intimidate you and make you feel guilty for success. And that the people who are pathetic, the people who are scared, you should defer to them at all costs. They are always right. You are always wrong. If you're proud and successful, you are wrong. The failures are right. The scared are right. Have a backbone. That fights the tattletale culture, okay? Just remind yourself of that. I am sticking with what I believe in here, and I'm speaking the truth. I have a backbone. So that's a new saying. Okay, we're going to be beyond Bitcoin type of stuff here. I will say this on TikTok, it is hilarious. These impulsive people that want to know what the next GameStop is, what the next Dogecoin is. They just want the next quick hit. It's that mentality. Just gets people stuck on the pump and dump carousel. It's like that's what they should be saying. What is the next pump and dump that I can maybe make some money on? But you can't. All right. The desire for the never coming magical next Bitcoin. That is what just the grand dream of everyone in altcoin, not everyone, but so many people out there is. They want the next Bitcoin. It's not coming. There is no next Bitcoin. All right. There's the next pump and dump. Oh, there'll be plenty of them. Or you can call it altcoin flavor of the month. And to reach out to these people, some of them just refuse to get it at all. All right, they refuse to accept that. Well, maybe this is that there's been pump and dumps before. There's going to be pump and dumps in the future. Maybe this is just a pump and dump. No. All right. And also, talking about Twitter, there was something trending on the side that they put up there themselves. It said, "Did you guys hear about Dogecoin's rising stock value?" On the Twitter news network. Stock value? I mean, I thought Twitter was suddenly concerned about truth and fake news, but they've got something up there that this was a few days ago, or now a week ago, or more than a week ago. Did you guys hear about Dogecoin's rising stock value on the Twitter news network? This is what they put out there. Dogecoin stock. That's fake news. There's no Dogecoin stock value. It's not a stock. And they're the ones that are Twitter is so concerned about this stuff. They're banning people who do fake news. They do fake news too. Pound that like button. Nick Carter. Bitcoin is a gigantic homegrown industry. Coinbase is about to IPO at $50 billion. Tens of millions of Americans own Bitcoin. Hundreds of billions of US dollars worth of Bitcoin are custodied here. Thousands of crypto firms are based here, but it's going to get banned. Laugh out loud. There you go, people. We're way beyond the point of no return in terms of banning Bitcoin in the United States. It's not happening. Don't worry about it. I know people still ask me about it. If you don't control your private key, you are short Bitcoin. That was a quote of mine, and someone actually made a tweet about it. And did I erase the dude's tweet? Oh yeah, there it is. I'm going to put it out there so you guys. BTC over fiat is his handle on Twitter, and yeah, it's just remember all these third party. If you let a third party hold your Bitcoin and you're getting interest, that you're supporting shorting because they are lending out your Bitcoin to be shorted. That's how they make money. And so I appreciate that dude retweeting my quote, taking my quote from the show. If you don't control your private key, you are short Bitcoin. It's true. All right, we're at the end. We're almost at the end of the show here. I've cleaned out my notepad here, all the stuff I had. Oh no, there's one thing I skipped. I'm seeing. Oh, Planet Musk Vlog says he sent $3.99. Thank you for your support, dude. He says Bitcoin $50,000. Congrats to the holders. Yes, guys, be proud. Congratulations to the people who didn't get distracted by so much noise. So, I mean, there are actually dudes that are still leaving comments like, I told you about my altcoin. I mean, why would I care about your altcoin now? It's Bitcoin's worth $50,000. You really don't get. I mean, I put it into picture form for the people on TikTok. I paid $210 for a Bitcoin. It is now worth $50,000. And you're telling me about your altcoin. I mean, yeah. All right. So someone says share your sprint workout. Well, if you really want to do the interval training, you do a hardcore sprint for 70 yards, and you wait like a minute. Then you do 8 in a row with a minute break. I do 15 in a row, and there's probably like a 30-second break between each one or something like that. But I'm really hardcore. And you must be very careful when you're doing sprints on asphalt, because if you fall, and I thank God I've never fallen, you will injure yourself in a serious way. If you're really running as hard as you can on asphalt and you trip, that's really bad. I mean, you could mess. I mean, because I've fallen, a few times during my jogs, and that's bad. That's bad enough. I fell in one of the worst neighborhoods in Baltimore City once. I got right up. All right. No, I'm cool like that. There's nothing wrong with I love running through the worst neighborhoods of Baltimore City. But right now, I love not being in Baltimore City. The thing that I skipped reading here, where was that? Hang on. Oh, no. I read that 21 million thing. Good. Okay, fine. We'll end with this note. Simon in the Netherlands, just wanted to tell everybody, in the Netherlands, a crypto company has now filed a preliminary injunction to have the judge determine whether wallet verification requirements are legitimate or whether they should be suspended. And Simon is part of the company compliance. He's the consultant of the company that's doing this challenging. So Simon's a guy who's been on the show before in the Netherlands, and he does not like how the Netherlands, it's a great country with so many Bitcoin holders. They've got these rules. You have to report your wallet, who you're sending the Bitcoin to, if it's controlled by a third party, stuff that's been suggested for the United States. Well, he is fighting it, okay? And a judge, they're taking it up. They have a legitimate legal system out there where you can challenge such a horrible rule. So good for them. good for Simon and good for keeping us updated with that. And all right, that's it. How long did that show go? I'm Adam Meister. Pound that like button. I'm Adam Meister, BitcoinMeister, DisruptMeister. Subscribe to the channel, disruptmeister.com, tagbolt.com. Follow me on Twitter, TECHBALT. And yeah, retweet this. And where I can't find the page where I end the show. Okay, there we go. Ending stream. Bye. Thank you, everyone. Be happy.